Welcome to You Talk, a program dedicated to diversity, highlighting native-born and new Canadians' cultures and experiences. I'm your host, Ryan Funk. Our culture is everything we do. Our food, music, and dancing. Casimiro Nhussi embraces that principle, but gives it personal flair. Musician, choreographer, and artistic director of Nafro Dance Productions, Casimiro is heavily involved in art, and has been since he was a young boy.
This sounds a little bit cliche when start saying I start dancing in the village and so on, but I have another reference. I have another way to go and to say, my family, my whole family is family of dance. And musicians and sculpture. I mean, is my family, all my brothers and sisters. We're talking about 19 brothers and sisters because polygamy, as you know, my father used to have 9 wives and so many of us. So all of us. But the arts, dance, music, and so on. We grew up as a cup of tea. I will say so. So like every moment. Um,
Yeah, it's almost like it's in your blood, the music.
practically, yeah. I'm always connected because, as you know, in most of African traditions, music and dance, or dance and music, they go all together. Those ones, eh? So I took it that I didn't realize until later that I can become professional. I thought it was something like a hobby initially because it was like every day. It was like almost every day, and so I didn't initially think about I will become professional like I am today. Um, be, uh, when in the schools, uh, we're talking about soccer. I was dreaming and be, soccer player. As you original from Mozambique, by the way, my original country, Mozambique. So soccer, we're talking about soccer and those are sports outside sports, and so yeah. Uh, I I played a little bit. I was getting into it a little bit more until one day my father said, "You know what? Well, you're doing very well. You're very good, but here is the thing. You got to be careful because if you broke your leg, the career is over." And then they said, "Oh, if you broke a leg before you're very famous, you get a lot of money, you're done." And then it's just, but he didn't tell me that to go to the arts. Yeah, he did not tell. He was just telling me what that sport will bring me to, you know.
Yeah, it's very risky.
Yeah, very risky. Oh, I become very good before I break a leg, and then I make good money. Oh, I break a leg before I get very good. So so those are things. Yeah. But anyways, it wasn't really interesting until later on I saw. Um, I mean, Minister of Education came to school one day, and we used to have this dancing and singing groups in the school, and we prepare. Principal say, "Hey, put it together some show because Minister of the Education is coming to school," and so I was so excited. Yeah. I was okay. Let's put things together. But before that, in a village, well, we always dancing. Or singing always. I love it, dancing and singing. But that day when she came to school, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna show what we made of, proud of my school and so on. Here we go. So I just, you know, I like attention. I'm sorry to say, but that's why I'm an artist. Yeah, I love it. There's nothing wrong about it. Yeah, I love it. So there was doing some showing, flipping and singing loudly, emotionally, all those kind of things. And then the minister said, "Hey, this kid's here. What you want to do?" I was like, "Okay, thinking about soccer and swimming pool." And she said, "I'm not seeing you on that. It seems like you're very good in dancing and music and come see the show." So she invited me to go to see the Mozambique National Song and Dance. It's a big a company, what government company, and is equivalent as National Ballet, I will say so. Yeah, but what they were doing both uh, dance and song, singing and dancing, and so they went. She gave me an invitation. I went to watch it. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" With all these lights and so on stage, all them beautiful, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is all new level." Oh,
Yeah, it
it's
was kind of your calling moment.
yeah, I know. So this is there where okay, I gotta do that. I want to do that, and then at the end she say, "Hey, you would like to get into it?" I was like, "Yep, I want to get into it." Yeah.
Sold right
Well,
away.
yeah, it's just chasing of a spotlight, and there was the spotlight that I've been chasing it, and well, to make it easy story a little bit shorter, then and then I went to National Dance School, and then Mozambique National Dance Company. I become part of Mozambique National Dance Company, singing and dance. And travel across the ocean around the world with Mozambique National Dance Company. By that time, Mozambique was a communist country, and so we traveled to Russia, and we traveled to Germany, we traveled, that Soviet Union by then, we're talking about Czech Republic, all those communist countries. Uh, I traveled all them, practically all them, yeah. And then, well, I got chance to go to take a course in New York, um, at El Vignelli American Dancer Center in New York. So I went there. I took a course, and after I finished, back to Mozambique, I continue, and then I become a principal dancer. Yeah, I've become a principal dancer. But in this process of becoming principal dancer, I had my own dream. I want to do my own thing. But the Mozambique National Dance Company is a national to a representation of Mozambican culture, most Mozambican traditions. And I started struggling because uh, I want to do my own thing, my artistry, uh, but there was no room for me to create my own thing. I had to do what the government, what all the Mozambican culture. I had to represent Mozambican culture.
Yeah,
So
so they're putting your creativity into a sort of a box.
exactly, exactly, yeah. That was the bit struggle there. I was a bit struggle, and then I realized, okay, so instead of fighting it, I'm gonna do a separate thing. When I'm in Mozambique or with Mozambique National Dance Company, I will do what Mozambique National Dance Company want me to do. But when I'm outside, I'm going to create my own thing. Here we go. I start putting together band. I start playing music outside of the Mozambique National Dance Company. I start creating my own choreographies outside from Mozambique National Dance Company. And then when I was putting and performing, I would put separate from it. Oh, it was kind of problematic because by that time, a lot of people, I was quite well known by then. And everybody know we shouldn't be doing something outside of the company because you have our flag, no, those kind of thing. And I was no, I want to do my own thing. Yeah. And I remember recording my first recording the cassette by then. I think when I talk about cassette, you may know what age I am. Yeah, so I recorded, my first cassette, uh, about 60 songs. By then it was full out because nowadays this, full album is 12, but by then six will usually be fine. Yeah. So I produced that. I just recorded and they start to play on the radio and so on. I love it. I just love it. So I start getting out from Mozambique National Dance Company, become doing my own thing, really going full out. And then they thought, oh shoot, this guy here is leaving us. So they had a meeting without me to be there and so on. Actually, I was in Germany by myself traveling, now kind of like the independent. I was in Hamburg, University of Hamburg, teaching classes and playing music for exchange programs. Yeah. Anyways, when I went back home, at the Minister of Culture and Education, the one that she found me. Remember that story in the beginning. So she called me and said, "Hey, we had a meeting, and your colleagues and everybody choose you to be artistic director of Mozambique National Dance Company." I was like, "Oh shoot, what I'm gonna do?"
Yeah, you were put between a rock and a hard place, kind of like that hard decision.
Yeah, I know. I say, what I'm gonna do? So well, you're gonna lead your colleagues. You're gonna take a company. You're gonna work with a company. I say, I've been working with company. Do they gonna give me chance to create? Say no problem. Okay, so is there I started changing the Mozambique National Dance Company philosophy, putting a little bit more my own layers in it. Anyways, but here is the thing, and all this travel, doing what I love to do. I met this girl from Winnipeg. I think you know the story where it's going, isn't it?
A tale as old as time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyways, that is another all layer altogether. To make it short, we had a baby and two boys, and that is living in Mozambique. Me traveling and so on. I remember my first a full shopping of baby clothes happened when I was traveling in Madrid, in Spain, and my wife had just told me, was my girlfriend by then, just told me, oh, I'm expecting, we expecting. I was like, oh shoot, oh, I gotta be father. And it wasn't in my mind of that thing of be father, but I was so emotional about it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be father. I have no heck idea what heck is that to be father. But anyways, I love the idea. And then when I was in Madrid, we did the show, and then we had one day off. I was in my room thinking, oh shoot, I'm gonna be father. I should do shopping. So I asked some of my colleagues in the Mozambique National Dance Company that they were, you know, our parents, I say, hey guys, when you going to do shopping? Actually, I didn't tell them. I just asked, hey, when you guys are gonna do shopping for baby, can we go together? And they were all laughing. Oh, are you expecting? Oh, and, screaming. Oh, yeah, I'm expecting. Let's go together. So I had to go to do shopping. I did a lot of shopping without knowing what I was shopping about the babies stuff. Yeah. Anyways, and then we decided to move to Winnipeg. So, um, but in terms of Winnipeg, yeah, we used to come even before we moved here. We used to come, to visit her parents when we were still living in Mozambique, and we used to come holidays to visit family here, and then go back and so on. Yeah. So when we moved to Winnipeg, it wasn't. It wasn't as new for me. It wasn't like something unknown.
Yeah, you had already gone through all that culture shock already.
Yeah, yeah, practically. Yeah, in terms of the weather, it wasn't that much surprise for me. It wasn't that much surprise because with all this my travel, I, I have I
Yeah,
was
you've been exposed to kind of other elements and
yeah, yeah.
weathers.
Especially like in Moscow, Kremlin sometimes can be very a dirty area. That's just dirty area. Moscow can be very cold, and I experienced that. So it wasn't. I always tell some of my Canadian friends that really did. I don't have a story to tell that much about the weather because I knew where I was, what I was going to deal with it, and it wasn't. That big deal, that surprise, because I was already coming in and out, in and out. So, yeah. But when I move here is where that is the first thing was what to do. Yeah, that's the first thing, what to do. For someone like myself who was traveling all over the world to, performing and so on, moving here and start from the beginning, that was a big process right there. Yeah, for me, that is, yeah, that was big process. And in arts, I always say this, in arts, you can say, oh, I can sing, I am a musician, or I am a dancer, or I am a this. You got to prove. Yeah, because all music and dance and so on, it's not like politician. Politician, they can put together good words and talking very well and convince the people. Theater people, actors, they can cry without feeling, but it's not the same as the musician. You got to produce, you got to show what you got. And that was like big process there to uh, not to tell people who I am, but to find a way of showing it. That was a long struggle there. Yeah, and but anyways, one day, one of my friend, I put together a group of immigrants. The one friend of mine from Sudan, and actually we met at the Red River. My English wasn't that strong. I went to Red River College, and then I met a couple of friends, also immigrants. Some that were refugees, some that were in my situation that they're not the refugees, they just moved here, and we've started a little band, and one of the lady in the band, Canadian, she said, you know what, there is. It seems like you have a good enough background. You can put the show together by yourself because there's this. When I talk about council, there's this Canada Council for the Art, or the Winnipeg Art Council. So it started telling me that there's these resources that I can use. Uh, I was okay. I gotta put together a project. So I put the project to do the show, uh, independent show, and I got a grant from Canada Council for the Art. Actually, that is very interesting. Same project I sent to Manitoba Art Council, Winnipeg Art Council, and then Canada Council for the Arts. And I put all those videos, supporting material videos in, and we're talking about VHS. I guess you know my age now when we talk about them.
Cassettes and VHS.
Yeah, cassettes and VHS. So I put together those ones, and boom, I asked my wife to translate some of my writing from Portuguese to English and so on. Yeah, we are going because what I want to say in Portuguese is not the same as in English. So we are going and we get the proposal out there. I got to know from Manitoba Art Council, I got to know from Winnipeg Art Council, and then I got yes from Canada Council. And by that time, it was very difficult to get funding from Canada Council. But my project was accepted at Canada Council for the Arts, and then provincial and city. I think you know about what I'm talking about, those art councils. Yeah. Anyway, and then I put a show together, was successful. A lot of people, whoa, who is this guy? Where he's come from? And then I put the second show, boom, anyways. Right now, I am the founder of Winnipeg only African contemporary dance that involves music inside there and dance, but it's not a traditional dance. It's contemporary African. I create my own works.
If you have any stories you'd like us to share or communities we should highlight, leave a comment on our social media or reach out to us on our website. I'm Ryan Funk. This was You Talk, and have yourself a good one.